Me what kind of music I want. I thought, oh, why not? Let's just go something dramatic. I'm Dr. Jon Skidmore, performance psychologist. And last week I had a chance to listen to Corbin Church. And one thing he said very simply was, what do entrepreneurs do? They've got to learn to fail fast and fail cheap. And I would add, keep failing. As a clinical psychologist for over 30 years, I've developed what I call the failure style test. And what does that mean? Each one of us, we have a style how we approach failure of any kind. Now think about it. Typically when we fail, what do? We stop. Sometimes we slow down. Sometimes we keep going. Sometimes we pivot, like that's a strategic move. And how often do we just run away? We turn and hide. We bury our talents. We stop doing what we're doing, and we go do something else that gets in our way. So I've asked some people to please hand out the juggling balls, because this is the failure test. So all of you who'd like to learn to juggle this morning, grab a set of juggling balls. Now okay, who wants a set of juggling balls? I'd recommend that everybody get a set of juggling balls. Okay, now while they're handing this out, you're probably going to want to stand up because it just works better to juggle standing up. So we're going to start with 1/3 of juggling, which is one ball. Okay, you need a set of juggling balls. Okay, you need a set of juggling balls or juggling scarves back there. Right over here, Troy. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so you start with one. So think of it this way. When you throw a baseball, you use lots of wrist and lots of arm and elbow. No, it's just the wrist is basically straight. You just kind of push the ball up in the air like that. You don't cock the wrist back. You don't roll the ball off the fingertips. Okay. So, now the next thing you do is you pass the ball from the right hand to the left hand. And as you do it, go like this. The timing piece is important. Okay, get your set of juggling balls. Troy, he needs a set. Okay. All right. There's some leftover stuff down there. All right. So now there should be enough for everybody. Okay, so the next thing, she's got some juggling balls. Okay, so now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You go like this. Up, up, catch, catch. 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 Now the real trick is to look at the balls where they crest. So you you throw up, you just spot it right there, and you spot it right there. So it was up, up, catch, catch. That's the timing thing. Up, up, catch, catch. You don't want to do it really fast. There's a timing thing. So it's up, up, catch, catch. Now if you're a musician, it'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and catch. 1 and 2 and catch. 1 and 2 and catch. Okay. Now you're ready for 3. Where'd that third one go? Oh, Illens, may I borrow that one? Okay. Okay, so 3 is pretty simple. It's just a continuation. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and catch. 1 and 2 and 3 and catch. And you just keep doing that. Now I want to have a little bit of fun with this. How many of you have already felt something rather negative in your mind? Okay, so we're going to have some fun with this. The next time you drop the ball, I want to hear, woohoo, I am learning to juggle. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Got that? So next time you drop the ball, I want to hear it. Oh, no, that was an uh-oh. I want a woohoo. I want a woohoo. Woohoo! Okay. All right. Grab a set, man. You're just, woohoo, learning to juggle. Woohoo, woohoo. Okay. Woohoo, learning to juggle. So, yeah, when you drop the ball, it's a woohoo, learning to juggle. Woohoo, learning to juggle. Okay. Now, we're going to practice juggling just amongst yourself for about 3 more minutes, and then we're going to just do a little processing for a second. Now, some people like Alex, he's a pro. Toss him another one. Toss him another one. Yeah, we're going to watch Alex here. Watch what Alex can do. Whoa, he can do 4. So that's a possibility for you. So who wants a little individual coaching here? About 3 more minutes. How you doing? Let's go for it.
Okay, that's right there.
There you go. A little practice, you got it. How you doing?
I used to do this really good.
Okay. Okay.
I need to get back in.
Okay, you're getting it. You're getting it. Woohoo, learning to juggle. How you doing?
No, I'm struggling with 3.
Okay. Well, go back to 2.
No. I can do this.
Okay.
It's just that I can't get it every single time.
Okay, you can't get it every single time. Okay, got
If I
it.
just keep them all in one hand, like if I just go like this.
That's the advanced skill. That's it. We can call that juggling. That's how you do.
It's only been 50 years since I juggled.
It's only been 50 years since you've juggled. Love it. Okay, so how you doing back here?
Really bad.
Really bad. Okay, now this is great. Tell me your first name again.
Luis.
Luis. You've practiced an old neural pathway. How many times have you seen, look, Mom, I'm juggling. Mom, I'm juggling. Mom, I'm juggling. That's an old pathway. We got to create a new one. So it's up, up, catch, catch. So you went back over again? That's the old pattern. That's the pattern stuck in your brain. We got to break that pattern. Up, catch, catch. No, it's still stuck in your brain. Okay, lead with your left hand. It'll help. Or lead with your opposite, your non-dominant hand. Okay, so how you doing?
I'm in the same spot. I'm still practicing the 2. So up,
Oh, okay. So this is where the pattern of the. Okay, let's go back to 1 just for a second. Okay. So if you go like this, up, clap, catch. Try that. Okay. Can you feel the timing of that? Up, catch, clap. Now when you do 2, it's up, up, catch, catch. So it's up, up. Rather than up, clap, catch. You just don't go like that. It's more the 1 and 2 and catch. 1 and 2 and catch. Yeah, okay, you're getting it, you're getting it.
Okay.
So how you doing over here?
Not good.
I disagree with that. You're just learning how to juggle.
Yeah.
Okay, now can you imagine if today you discovered, if you learn something new, it's not that you're doing it poorly or bad or wrong, you're just learning it. Whoa, that's pretty powerful. Okay, so try this, go up, up, catch, catch.
But I can't do it with 3.
No, well, it's up, up, catch, catch. Now you're doing up over. You're going like this. You got to go up and catch and catch. Yeah, keep working on that. So how you doing?
Not doing.
You're not doing.
So the up, catch,
No, you are
catch.
learning to juggle. That's a doing.
Oh, yes.
That's a doing.
Great then. Doing so fabulous.
Yes, I'm
okay.
doing.
So it's the timing pattern that I'm struggling with, because when you go on the 2, up, up, do you catch with this hand first because of this one being thrown first?
Uh-huh.
So it's up, up, catch, catch.
Up, catch, catch.
So the hand that throws second is the one that should be catching first.
Yes.
Okay, and it's
Wait.
the art, because
Yes.
I can do
Up,
like the
up, catch, catch. Good job, Ty. Okay,
so up, catch, catch.
just like that.
Okay.
Okay, do that. Okay. Anybody else want some coaching back here?
Yeah. How do you have the third one?
Okay, it's the same thing. We're doing this, right? Up, catch, catch. Okay, you're put 2 in your right hand. Up, well, or your left hand, doesn't matter. So it's up, catch, or up. And it just takes more practice. So how you doing? Good. You're getting it. You're getting it. Okay, now you're practicing something that a lot of us do, is we practice the old neural pathways. The old neural pathway is this. It's really hard to do 3 that way, okay? The new neural pathway is up, catch, catch. Up, catch, catch. Yeah. And so you do that, and then you can get the third one in there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, hold on to him. We don't have to put him up yet. Hold on. Okay. Troy, help me pass half of those down. Okay, you got me. Okay. So, this is just a little questionnaire about your experience juggling. And you will discover in this page your failure style. Now, does that mean you're always going to fail like this? No. But it could mean that, okay, all right. And,
These are the tests I like to take.
oh, you got it. Okay.
These are the tests I like to take.
I'd like to take this. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So take just a second and answer these questions for yourself. Yes, there you go. Yes. Oh, I can see that there was a misprint. Which half do you have?
I have the first half, but it stops after question 1 for whatever reason.
There we go.
Okay, and I think we need another first half.
There you go.
Wait, is it the same misprint?
Yeah, but you got it right there. So that's a complete one now. Little breakdown.
I get it now.
Okay.
Okay.
My printer decided to be. Yeah, I'm good.
I like it. It's a short test.
Yeah, short test. We want a short test.
I have test anxiety.
Okay, I can work with that. I can see you're really absorbing this test. I'll give you another minute to take it.
Joe, do you have another pen?
You can use mine.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
I think I. Got this cool orange pen from somewhere. Would anyone like to borrow?
Way cool.
I'll pass it down.
You've been here once before.
Yes, I have. Happy to be here. I still see some people marking things, reading things. Okay. So let's just look at this for a second. Would you mind just turning that all the way off, please? Thank you. Yeah. No, that, yeah. Okay. Whenever we experience something, we have a first response. Lots of times we get stuck in our first responses. So the question is, what was your first response to the possibility or the request or the opportunity to juggle? Did that move you in that direction, or did it keep you away from that? Alex over here goes like, whoa, nothing special. I can already juggle 4. You know, that's Alex. I mean, whoa, I can do 4. Okay? Fantastic. I've always wanted to learn to juggle. How many of you actually have always wanted to learn to juggle but never thought you could? Okay, yeah. Well, those are just beliefs. And here you had an opportunity this morning to practice juggling. How many of you said, oh, I can't juggle? I just can't do that. Ah, I can't do that. Okay. All right. I'm not coordinated enough to learn this. I mean, I don't have the skills. I can't do this. Anybody think like that? I can juggle, but I'm not any good at it. Now, I heard Mr. William Boardman. What do you remember you said about that when I was talking about juggling? I can't do it every time. That's what you said.
Well, that's true.
You're right. But see, the question is, what do you do when you drop the ball? Because you can't do it every time.
Yeah.
Do you pick it back up and start juggling again, or does that like shut you down and stop you?
But it doesn't shut me down. It's just that I know that it's. I know I need to try again. It's like, oh, didn't get it that time, so it's just
Okay.
I'm going to do it again.
But again, the I can't do it every time is different than, hey, I can get better at this. And here's the language, the difference in that. Okay. Second question. How did it feel to shout out, woohoo, I'm learning to juggle? How many of you felt that was awkward? Like that is just, oh, Dominic, tell us about, what was that like, Dominic? Like,
I just think I'd rather just pick it up and try again.
okay. But to actually acknowledge that you failed, in a sense, acknowledge you dropped the ball, and just, okay, woohoo, I'm learning to juggle. I had a great conversation with Steve about this, as he was talking about how hard this was, and I'm not doing this very good, or something like that. And it's like, well, hey, you're learning to juggle. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay, yes.
No, yes, when you try to say woohoo, first you are trying to concentrate to do the good juggle. No, I can't. You are, in my case, I think it's, I can't now. And you say, no, say woohoo. What? I can't do that two things.
Yeah, no, I can see where I did add another task to that, but that main sense of, hey, I'm learning to do this. Woohoo, I'm learning to juggle. And so, what would it be like to start saying, woohoo, I am learning to navigate and work with a business? Just a thought. Third question. Oh, wait, no, second question. I skipped one. When you started dropping the ball, what thoughts and feelings started to show up for you? Yes?
I was able to manipulate it better after I dropped the first one.
Okay, so you felt comfortable.
And then you taught me that technique, and then that's great.
Okay. Who else noticed it? Yes?
Mostly self-encouragement, because when I failed the first time, I started strategizing. It's like, I'm not going to make the same mistake again and try to do better.
Yeah. Anybody notice any kind of like frustration, or maybe like, what'd you notice, Jim?
Well, I noticed that I was frustrated because I used to juggle.
Yeah, I used to do this.
I mean, a lot.
In fact, he told me it's been over 50 years since he's juggled.
Yeah, and so, and it was the frustration is, do I want to keep this experience up? I should practice. If I want to continue I need to re-hone those things. Things I like doing, I continue to learn. Things like I didn't. And so it's like that fine line says, is juggling really important? Might be for my grandkids, maybe not, but this was frustrating because I should know this, I've done this.
Oh, I should know this. Does that ever show up in our language as entrepreneurs? I should know this, I've done this, I should be able to do this. Yep. And Jim, how cool would it be to say, where'd you learn to juggle? Oh, my grandpa taught me.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's a cool thing to be able to say. Now, again, that's like saying, my mentor taught me. Okay. So, part of your failure style is in these three questions. And so let's just take a second to do the reflection exercise. And you can do a lot more about this. So take a nice big breath in. And just think to yourself, body, I'm safe. It's time to relax. Time to focus in. And I'd like you just to imagine and recreate in your mind the experience that you saw yourself have here with the juggling balls. Did you jump right in? Did you say, no, that's not for me? Oh, I've done this before. I don't need to do this. Oh, wow. What was your experience being here? What did you notice about your failure style? What did you say to yourself? What did you do? Did you pick it back up, or did you set them down and then sat down? What did you do? And here's the question just to ponder for just 30 seconds. How is what you experienced here this morning reflective of how you manage the balls that you drop in your entrepreneurial activities? Look for that connection. Just think about that for a second. How is it familiar? How is it similar?
As it's saying, the way you show up, and one thing that's the way you show up to everything.
Yeah. And so in this imagination state, ask yourself, what would a powerful breakthrough be for you in your business endeavors and activities? What would that be? What would that next step be? Would anybody be willing to share that thought? What would the next step be for you? Yes?
Just remembering that I'm learning.
I'm learning. Yeah, what a great thing.
Just like with the juggling, right? It's okay to drop the ball when you're first learning how to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
My next step is going to be to book a complimentary 30-minute consultation, but there's no barcode, there's no code to scan it, and I'm having trouble technically doing that.
I'll take that as a recommendation, and there is a Calendly code. Okay, I will get a bar. Yes?
I think it's easy to make excuses, like some of the juggling balls they had were different sizes,
Yeah.
In your weights. Are you making excuses for things? Or
I have some really cheap ones. Yeah, Steve.
I think for me on the first question, one of the things that I think about when I look at that first question is I've never had any interest in learning juggling. Like it's not something that I've ever thought like, that seems like a fun thing. Like I just have never cared. And I think when I look at that in terms of entrepreneurship and doing the work in running your business, there's a lot of things that are important that I think we have different interest levels on.
Absolutely.
Like how important is that versus like how much can I let that go? And I think forcing yourself, especially with the woohoo aspect of it, of like, no, it's still important. You still need to do these aspects of, something that doesn't actually interest you is really important.
Well, as I was talking to, I can't remember your name in the back. Ty? Ty, he's talking about, well, if you've got this skill in your skill set, when you need it, you can use it. That doesn't mean you want to be doing it every day. But if it's in that skill set, you can use it when you need it. And that can make a lot of difference.
Every day, because I used to juggle too, but today I had a rough start. I haven't done for so many years.
But you didn't forget, you didn't have to restart. You didn't have to learn again. So the whole purpose of this as an activity, as an exercise, there's a couple of them. First off, I wanted to provide something for you to recognize, oh, this is how I approach things. This is what I do. As Elon said, if I do it here, there's a really good chance I'm going to do it over there, whether I think the two are connected or not. Okay? One of my favorite stories about this, I took a performance psychology class to a climbing gym. And I told this class, this is a metaphor. What shows up in the climbing gym shows up on your stage. Let's go have some fun. It's like, okay. We show up, we get equipped with harnesses, we get trained barely enough to be safe, and we're let loose in the gym, and there's lots of energy, activity, excitement. Bells are ringing, kids going up and down the walls, and my attention goes, wait a minute. She's not climbing. So I walk over to her, and I said, are you going to climb that wall? And she looked at me, and she smiled, and she goes, no, I'm too short. Now I'm thinking this is a metaphor, right? So I responded with, so how has being too short impacted you as a performing artist? And she had a long list, and it ended with, my hands are so small I can't play Rachmaninoff on the piano. Then I asked her, where did you get the idea you were too short to climb in the climbing gym? She pointed to the wall and goes, oh, you have to be 5 feet 2 or taller to climb here. She was pointing to a difficulty rating for the route going up the wall. But in her mind, it was a limiting factor. It told her in her mind that she is too short and she cannot climb here. Now, as soon as I explained to her that was a difficulty rating and not a height requirement, she's like, you mean I can climb here? And she was a kid in a candy store. She was, boom, I'm into this now. But until that moment, she was stopped. So when we talk about risking as an entrepreneur, yes, there's all kinds of risks. Are there going to be different failures? Yes. What we've got to do is understand that it's the risk again that keeps us moving as entrepreneurs. Thank you very much. I appreciate your attention. And I welcome your feedback. Thank you.
Great presentation. I like the interaction of everybody. I would have liked to seen a slide that said, this is the goals that we're looking to do. And just kind of so people go, oh, this is the reason why we're learning our style.
Okay.
So then we can apply that to the activity.
Great.
Which might have helped everybody to engage to a different level.
Okay. Please.
I've been juggling like crazy for the last hour. I had 5 different people contact me with urgent messages. 2 of them followed up with phone calls. You heard my phone ring. That's not typical for me. I need help juggling. I thought I need to get a hold of this guy. And here's what I got when I typed in. Can you read that?
No.
I can't either. So
sign into Calendly. That's sign into your Calendly link. So we'll talk afterwards. Thank you. And I love the idea of the QR code. I will have that on my next handout.
John, one thing I noticed is how well you used the stage. You were in and out. You connected with everybody. And when you slowed down and started pausing, you had everybody's attention. And I caught on video. Hope you're okay. But what I wanted to know is how can you incorporate that into like training of your employees or your staff or your ambassadors or challenge course people?
Great. Well, good question. One of the most important things there is what can you do to get their attention? And what can you do to help them understand that this is important? And are we giving them information that works? The gentleman in the back there, I watched him doing what I call the old neural pathway approach to juggling. He was doing this, and some of you probably experienced that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just what I learned. And as soon as I said, wait a minute, this is how it's done. You go up, up, not up, over. It's like, oh, well, it works now. And so that new information is going to make them achieve that goal is what's really, really important. And I also think really being encouraging and being clear and just having a fun environment that really makes that important. More feedback. I love feedback. Well, this is one way you can help me. One, I don't have any actual business endorsements for any of the products or programs that I do. So if you'd like to talk about doing something, I would love that request to work with your organization, your team, to get that endorsement on my website and to continue to develop this. And secondly, as was mentioned, I am offering a 30-minute consultation. I'd love to talk with any of you about how I can help you risk, fail, and risk again. Thank you very much for the intro music and being here. Thank you. Thank you.
If anybody else wants to present Million Cups, go there to make your request, and we'll get you signed up next week.
Perfect, guys. Let's have a couple of our sponsors give their pitch and tell how wonderful they love us. Ely, you can pick somebody to give a pitch. No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you, Jim, Greg, Dr. Skidmore. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was a great exercise and a great learning opportunity and the way we can tie this with what we do in business. My name is Elens Dorr. I'm here to represent the UVU Business Resource Center. Two things I want to share with you. Only two things. We are going to participate in the ORM Festival at the car show there. We're going to have a lot of things to share. You don't have to be there, just FYI. The other one that is extremely important is the fact that on June 12th, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in this very room, right, we are going to have an open house. So we are bringing resources that we have in our community. And one of them is going to be a custom fit. What they do, if you're taking training and you need to pay for it and you contact them, fill out an application, you will get reimbursed up to 40% of the training cost. Good information. They're going to be here with us. We are going to have Jackie Borger. We are going to have the state and many wonderful resources from UVU, the community, the government to serve you. So I'm here to invite you to come, learn, gather resources so it can be resourceful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elens.
Greg?
I need to talk to you. I'd love for you to be part of that.
Okay.
Greg Cronin, Serve to Be Free. It's part of our platform to help doing good in the community simpler. So we allow you to act like an Uber driver, start a project, invite people to ride with you. We track the ride. Once you're done, we issue digital rewards for doing good. Those digital rewards can be exchanged for things in the community you might need, or you can donate them to those who may need them. So join Serve to Be Free as we launch our platform here coming soon. Thank you.
Okay. One more thing. Jackie, would you stand up front and share a little bit more about the wonderful things you do for the business community, would you? Thank you.
So, like I said earlier, I'm Jackie Bourget. I'm a project manager with Utah Innovation Center. We are housed in the Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity right now, but we are actually going to be moving to the Nucleus Institute, which is a new quasi-governmental agency. We're going to partner with the Utah Innovation Fund, which is the state-backed venture capitalist fund, and so we will be there, a good partner of ours. So we're kind of, the state is kind of gathering entrepreneur resources under one umbrella, I would say. So that's just a little bit, we're transitioning, that was a bill that was passed this legislative session, so we're transitioning this summer to that. So just a heads up that what our office does is if you have a novel technology or product, so if you're making something cutting edge, revolutionary, disruptive, solving a problem is an important aspect of that, then our center can help you apply for federal grants through the Small Business Innovation Research, the SBIR, or the Small Business Technology Transfer programs. So these grants are competitive, they're kind of a big lift, so that's what we do. We help with that. We provide free consultations. We also do mentoring, we do workshops, we have a commercialization cohort. We just do several services and we try to be a good friend in the ecosystem. So if you have questions, I'm happy to meet with you. I just am here once a month, the last Wednesday of the month. So I try to come to 1 million cups, sorry. And anyways, but I also have an office and we can just kind of meet privately if you would like to, or we can always do virtual meetings. So I don't know if there's questions or if that's a good synopsis on the fly, but okay.
If you have questions, because reality is grants, they do a lot of work to help you. And it's not like, oh, here's go apply. It's we help you apply.
Oh,
and
can I say, sorry, one other thing that I think all of you would be interested in, the state has economic assistance grant. So an EAG grant, and any small business, so it's for a one-time use fund or activity, so it's not like to hire somebody who then like when the funding runs out, how do you get that, like how do you continue to pay for that? But it's a one-time use, it's up to $200,000. There's $4.5 million this year in that. The legislative session has set aside, so it opens August 1st. That's what the website says. So if you're interested in a grant from the state, go under grants, just Google like Utah grants, or you could, so that should get you there essentially, and so you can find out more information. And a useful resource at the bottom of the grants page, when you go to the economic assistance grant, there's questions from the previous year. So you can go and prep because the application window is only 2 weeks, but there's questions so you can prep them and get them ready, and then when it comes out on August 1st, you can submit it.
Anybody cannot use 200,000, let me know. just check them, just in case it's all we're fine.
And if it takes you 10 hours, that's still worth it, right?
Yeah, it is. And I'm happy to answer questions about that too. I've been a reviewer for the last few years, so I could, I can't sit down and review your application, but if you want to talk like tips and tricks or just my 2 cents, I'm happy to.
If you need to borrow 2 cents, I can small interest payments, compounded daily, hourly. So, well, I appreciate everything. Just so you know, I'm Jim Beckstrom. I'm with the SBDC, Small Business Development Center here at UVU. I'm a part of the feds, part of the Small Business Administration. We have lots of resources to help you. It's free. It always amazes me how people don't take advantage of this. My time is only part-time here, and I charge people for the other time. It's like, do you not get a hint? So, but it's okay. I represent a couple of companies. One I will pitch because I can, because I'm one of the sponsors, and that is WOG Money. If your company's looking at dealing with collections, in essence, people aren't paying you, we're a great resource to help with that, because we do bank-to-bank transfers. We also help finance your customers if you need, not with money, but allowing you to use your margins to be able to help your customers have a relationship with them. So you become the controlling on that aspect. That's WOG Money, and let me know if you need some help on that. Thank you all for coming. Please bring people next week. Bring your friends, let people know. We are not going to have a buy this summer. We're going to just keep running along as we go. So don't think you're going to get a vacation. We're going
What about the 4th of July? That's coming.
Well, I want everybody here on the 4th. That would be really important. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking of September, not July. No, right. Yeah, we'll be closed. I mean, that's logic, but yes. But we're not going to have a buy for the summer months. It's just.
Are you saying businesses don't take summer off?
I'm saying I'm going to be gone a lot, but because I'm getting married in June, so I'm going to be gone a lot.
Congratulations.
We accept donates, my Venmo card. Yeah. June 20th. So yeah. I think it's important to remember the business doesn't stop for summer, so that's what we want to keep going. But thank you all for coming. to me, it's the best part of the day is be able to talk to one another and connect and get the ideas to be able to help. Thank you very much for joining us.